Hi there, my darling Librans. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of the 7th of April 2025. I have some very exciting news I'd like to share with you, my darling Librans. I have just released my new mini course, Tarot for Manifestation, a step-by-step guide to creating your dream life. And I created that because of my book, Tarot and the Law of Attraction, which I released earlier this year. I had so many questions and comments from people saying I've tried to follow what you've done, but I'm still feeling blocked and I can't quite bring it into fruition. How do I bring it? How do I go from just wanting something to making it happen? So that is what prompted me to do this course, to release this course. And I've been working on this day and night for the last few months, working very hard behind the scenes, and I'm really excited to be able to release it and bring it to you. It's the exact method I use to bring everything that I want and desire into my life, which I do. I am successful, I am healthy, I am wealthy, and I am joy. And I live my life from joy, and I'd love to be able to share that process with you. So if you're interested, just click up here to go and watch the preview and get a bit more info on it. I will be linking it at the end as well, so I hope you can join me. All right, my darling Librans, let us get into your reading. We're going to start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards, and then finishing off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Librans, let's see what messages we have for you for the 7th of April. We've got Easter coming up next week, which is exciting. We've still got Mercury retrograde for a few days after this week, and then we'll still be in retro shadow for at least another week or two afterwards, so just keep that in mind. All right, my darling Librans, what do we have for you? Hope. Yeah, I love it. And this has come up quite a bit. This card has come up in quite a few readings, and I feel it's important because, particularly when I'm talking about my manifestation course, because we can get too stuck in that energy of hope. And hope is a beautiful feeling. Hope is a beautiful, emotion. Well, it's not really an emotion, it's a feeling, to be in that feeling of that you've got hope. But the danger of staying too long in the feeling of hope is that we never have. Like, we don't want to be saying, I hope I have a better job. I hope I get a better job. I hope I have a great relationship. We want to be speaking it in the present tense as if we already have it. I have a beautiful job. I have a wonderful relationship. I have all the success and abundance that I desire. Can you see the difference? I feel that, it comes up for a reason, the hope card, but I just feel that we are being encouraged to, and you're being encouraged, my darling Librans, to not be too stuck in the hope phase, but to be moving into the have phase. And that's what I teach in my course. So yeah, love for you to be able to join me if you can and you're interested. But we can talk about that more a bit later. All right, my darling Librans, let's see what messages we have for you for this week of the 7th of April 2025. Wheel of Fortune, love it. Could be the fortune's turning in your favour. 6 of Cups, love it. And the High Priestess, yeah. All right, my darling Librans. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to put the reading together intuitively for you. So you start off here with the Divine Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is that card of the fortunes turning in your favour. Now, some tarot readers read it as, oh, go and buy a lottery ticket. Yeah, things are just going to happen like that by magic. No, that is not what I teach in my course. That is not the law of attraction, my darling Librans. It's not manifestation. That is hoping. That is hoping, that is wishing, my darling Librans. Definitely you have the energy here, and that's what tarot is working with the energy. And the energy is here that the wheel, the fortunes could be turning in your favor, but you need to control the way the wheel spins, my darling Librans, if that makes sense. So don't just leave the spinning of the wheel to chance. You need to take control over which way this wheel spins. Do not leave it to chance. Don't just go, oh, this is magic, and, sit back and wait for it to happen, because if you do that, you'll always be sitting back waiting for it to happen. My darling Librans, you need to take control over your destiny and control the way the wheel spins. That's the message I'm getting for you, my darling Librans. And then we've got the beautiful Six of Cups here. Now, the Six of Cups is a card of innocence and nostalgia. It's a card of childlike energy and needing to be more playful, my darling Librans. And it could be that there is something from, when I say nostalgia, it could be that there's something you're thinking about from the past here. Was there a time in your life that made you really happy, my darling Librans, and you feel like you want to go back to that time? I feel like you can never actually go back to that time. You want to emulate that feeling, definitely, but bring it into the present, my darling Librans, if that makes sense. But I do feel you're being encouraged. Of the message I'm getting for you off this Six of Cups is to be more playful, have more fun in your life, my darling Librans. That's what I feel you need to concentrate on this week. And having more joy brings you into that feeling of alignment with what it is that you want, my darling Librans. And I just feel that's important for you this week, is to be more playful, have more fun, release your inner child a little bit more, my darling Librans. And then you've got the beautiful High Priestess. So the High Priestess is a card of using your intuition. And I feel that's going to be important for you this week, my darling Librans, is to trust your intuition with, anything that's going on in your life, any situations that are coming into your life. If there is someone that comes back from the past, trust your intuition, remember what happened last time, and make the decisions accordingly. With the High Priestess, she's got no roof above her head here, and the message is that she has infinite possibilities. That, some readers say, oh, the sky's the limit. I still feel that puts a limit on the sky. There is no limit, my darling Librans. You have infinite possibilities here if you trust your intuition with what's happening this week. I feel it's going to be a very highly in-tuned week for you, my darling Librans, but you need to be able to know how to work with the energy. We need to not stay too long in that feeling of hope, like I said. We need to turn that hope into have, my darling Librans. And I feel staying too long in the past would be detrimental to you. I feel that you just need to trust your intuition. And especially with the Wheel of Fortune coming in here, like I said, fortunes are definitely turning in your favour, but you need to use your intuition as to which way the wheel spins. Control the wheel, my darling Librans. That's what I feel for you this week coming in. And like I said, there could be something from the past that crops up that makes you think about a time from before where you hope that times will be better again. But I want you to get out of that hope and into have, my darling Librans. And I hope you can join me in my course, because that's exactly what I teach, is to getting out of the hope and into the have, my darling Librans. So Yeah. Beautiful message, though, for you, but I just want you to be wary of, to be able to control the way that wheel spins, my darling Librans. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. Drop me a comment or an emoji below. I am very interactive in the comments, and I will always respond. So if there's something, you got any questions or something you want to ask, definitely drop it in the comments. And please help my channel to thrive by subscribing. That is a big thing. It really does help my channel grow. All right, my darling Librans, let's see what final messages we have for you. Communicate clearly, they say, yeah. And I feel that's really important for you, especially with this High Priestess. Use your intuition to communicate clearly. Yeah, golden opportunity. Love it. That is what could be coming in for you with these fortunes turning in your favour, my darling Librans. You'll have helpful people around you. Yes, I said that. I said that there could be someone coming in from the past, or that might be, triggering for you, but to use your intuition to work around that. A year from now, they say, there's something better. Yeah. Look back. Don't get freaked out about being a year from now, but I encourage you to come back to me in a year from now and tell me, how all this worked out for you, especially if you joined me on that mini course and were able to turn that hoping into having. So if you'd like to follow this up with a personal reading, my darling Librans, the first link in the description will take you to my website. Like I said, I'd like to dig deeper. I would like to know a bit more about this Six of Cups there, and if it is a person coming back from the past, and, how to maybe navigate those tricky waters if they're tricky for you. So, but definitely a big energies and beautiful energies coming in for you this week, my darling Librans. And if you can't join me to listen, get some more info about my mini course, well, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. But if you are ready to hear more about it, let's go. Did you know your tarot deck holds the key to unlocking your dream life? But most people aren't using it to its full potential when it comes to manifestation. I'm Becca L. Hart, and if you loved my book, Tarot and the Law of Attraction, get ready for the next step. I've created a powerful mini course, Tarot for Manifestation, a step-by-step guide to creating your dream life. In just a short time, you'll learn how to use tarot as a manifestation tool to attract love, success, abundance, whatever you desire. I'll guide you through the exact process to turn your tarot readings into a manifestation powerhouse. You'll discover how to align your energy, program your subconscious, and work with your cards to create real results. But spaces for this are limited, and I don't want you to miss out. If you're ready to take your manifestation practice to the next level, click the link below now and join me inside. Let's make magic happen.